excited to check out this latest chapter of Dead by Daylight because it's supposed to be like the most terrifying chapter to date. So I'm kind of curious to see how terrifying it actually is. Totally forgot it was going to play the trailer. Oh my god. Wait, is this the Dakos trailer? I guess apparently wells are just like a really common theme in Asian folklore? Alright, let's go on to see the characters. That is a terrifying photo. Oh my god, that's disgusting. But her model design is very pretty. I like this. This is a very pretty model design. So her 3 perks are Ravenous. Whenever you hook a survivor for the first time, gain 1 token, max of 4. When you have 4 tokens, all survivors scream are inflicted with exposed for 40 seconds. That is gonna be so dirty on high mobility killers. Literally that list that Behavior gave us of killers that have like a smaller buff for unique hook states. This is gonna be so dirty on something like that. That's crazy. I love it though. I love it. It's crazy, but I love it. Okay, Wandering Eye. Whenever you start chasing a survivor, reveal the auras of all injured survivors within 16 meters for 5 seconds. That's another good one. That gives a lot of information. I like this one, especially like against bully squads, because I feel like bully squads are a problem for a lot of killers. And maybe they're not like a super prevalent problem, but I feel like they're problem enough that like people want an answer to them. And I like this. I mean, granted, it's only injured survivors and not survivors in general, but I feel like that's what would help keep this balanced. This is another one I like. I feel like I'm gonna like all these perks. And then we have another hex. Spawns a hex totem that curses the farthest generator and reveals its aura in yellow. When a survivor repairs the curse generator for 5 seconds, you gain undetectable to your terror radius and is applied to that generator for 20 seconds. When the curse generator is repaired, the next farthest generator is cursed. Okay, this is going in my new build. This is going in my ghost space build. This is replacing one of my hexes because I love this. I feel like we need more stuff that takes away the terror radius. And I know that's funny coming from the fact that like I made a video that was like, these killers shouldn't have undetectable in their base kits. But I love this. I'm a little sad that it's a hex totem, but I understand why it's a hex totem. But I think this is really cool. Oh my god. Okay, and then her power. Krause can shift between body and head forms at will. Body form has a 32 meter terror radius. Head form has a 40 meter terror radius. It's slightly faster, but cannot break pellets and is not granted bloodlust. Thank God. I've seen videos of this thing moving. It's kind of crazy. Leech. Hitting a survivor with the intestinal whip or leeching gland adds to their leech meter. When the meter is filled, the survivor is afflicted with Leech 1. Leech 1 fills automatically. Leech 2, survivor is afflicted with broken. If healthy, they become injured. Ooh, that sounds like a really interesting mechanic. I mean, I've heard that this killer is kind of weak, which makes me a little sad. She sounds interesting. And then her special ability is Intestinal Whip. While in her head form, press the attack button to lash out with your internal organs. Survivors afflicted with Leech can be damaged by the Intestinal Whip, and Intestinal Whip partially fills the survivor's Leech meter up to Leech 1. Okay, so that's just a basic attack while in the head form. I mean, it adds into the, or it plays into the special effect, but it sounds really basic. And then her other special ability is Regurgitate. In body form, press and hold the power button to charge Regurgitate. When charged, tap the attack button to spew a Leeching Gland. Leeching Gland completely fills the survivor's Leech meter up to Leech 1. Okay, that kind of sounds a little bit like Plague. Special items, Glowing Fungus. Survivors can eat glowing funguses to decrease the leech meter over time. Being hit ends the effect. Headlong Flight. In head form, press and hold the power button to speed through the air. Okay, so she can like zoom. All right, this isn't terrible. Like, she doesn't seem like a terribly strong killer, but like, she doesn't sound as weak as I feel like people have been making her out to be. So I think she sounds really interesting. Like, I think she's a really interesting concept. I think there are elements that like are scary. Like I feel like I really like the concept. I think she sounds really interesting, but the leech mechanic, I don't understand it. Other people are saying they don't understand it. it's really difficult to capitalize on, especially like when you consider like the flying head mode is actually really difficult to control. I found it very difficult to control because it's such a limited field of view and you're going so fast, which means it's going to take a lot of practice to like comfortably and skillfully navigate in the head. Like this Dwight was pointing out, like it's very difficult to like capitalize. So far, I mean, granted, I've only done a few matches, but I got one person to leech 2, but it took 4 hits. So it seems like the strategy is to regurgitate with her and then do the head form. I was excited for this killer, but after playing it and after playing against it, like, I think it's really scary as a survivor to see like the head flying around and stuff like that. And I like that aspect of this killer. But playing as the killer, I can see why people think she's weak. I can see why people think she's weak because I haven't seen anybody get leech 2. I haven't seen anybody get leech 2 all night. So hopefully they give her a little bit of rework when she comes to the gameplay, but I think she's gonna come in as like a pretty low tier killer. Okay, I want to go on and look at the survivor. She is so pretty. Look at that. She is so freaking cute. Road life. When injured, not broken, and repairing a generator, gain 1 token for each regular great skill check. You have 8 tokens. Spend all the tokens to gain 100% healing speed until you stop healing. Lose 2 tokens when you fail at a regular skill check. I feel like that's okay. It's not like crazy, but it's also like not terrible. It encourages people to be on generators and it encourages altruism. I don't think a lot of people are. This is the problem with like new perks. I don't feel like a lot of people are going to be running new perks. I mean, personally, I like the Krause's one, the Krause's Hex Totem, and I'll probably be running that, but I feel like I read these perks and usually there's nothing game changing, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Love that. That's cute. Press the active ability button while standing and idle to enter performance interaction. Oh, I've seen TikToks of this one. Press the active ability button while standing and idle to enter the performance interaction that lasts up to 15 seconds and empowers survivors within 16 meters. You will get continuous skill checks during the performance. The effect lasts 90 seconds. If the performance is completed, increases the odds of getting healing and repair skill checks by 20%. When the ability is canceled or the performance is complete, it goes on cooldown for 110 seconds. Okay, so like we're basically getting abandoned Dead by Daylight, because this reminds me of the D&D survivor perk with the loot or whatever. Ghost notes: while you have exhausted, your scratch marks disappear 50% faster. You recover 5% faster from exhausted. Okay, I like that. I don't run too many exhaustion perks anymore, but I like that. That's cool. I might start running life more just for this perk. This is gonna make Dead Hard users so much more annoying though, and I kind of love it. I mean, it's a pretty basic perk, but I like that. I think that's fun.